We gather every week here in this space. So if you're a guest, thank you for joining us. Yeah, we got it here.
Volume, sorry.
What?
Volume off.
Oh, turn your phones off so Brandy doesn't. She gets really angry if your phone gets off. She may look little, but she will come at you. Kind of like a squirrel, just. So we have an incredible opportunity. I myself, my name is Gord Oliver. I've been involved with DynaMaXX for about a year now, and it took me a number of years of being introduced to these types of companies to really understand the power that it can have. My history and my background is in the financial type of world. I own businesses. I run businesses here out of Edmonton too, and I truly believe that in order to be financially secure, that you need to own your own business, and that especially with the recent history of some of my really highly educated friends that have lost jobs and don't have the security that they thought they had, I really do believe that owning something like this is a source of income that can really protect you in times where it might be troublesome. So this is something I've added as an additional source of income to our family's life. It's been an incredible experience, both financially and meeting all these wonderful people and having this team. So I would just like to start us off by introducing Brandy. Brandy is a retired nurse. She did network marketing part-time while she kind of figured the ropes out, and only when she was 26 retired from her RN position, and now is full-time in network marketing. She makes a great income at it, and she will tell you that it's changed her life in more than just the financial ways. She has an awesome little puppy that I've wrestled myself when I was in Regina, named Teva, and she really is truly somebody that speaks from her heart. So I'd like to introduce Brandy Carls to present tonight.
Hi. I remember when we did our very first meeting here, and it was not this big, so welcome everybody. It really makes me excited actually coming back and seeing everybody. Like Gord kind of mentioned, I've been in network marketing October 5th, 2011, so 5 years this month I've been in the industry. And I remember, actually that's a lie, I don't remember sitting in the seat that you're in. I remember sitting in it and finding out what I signed up for. But how I got into this industry is I was the nurse that worked overtime and night shifts. And I remember all my friends. There was one girl who, she was a business-minded person. She actually has a clothing store in Regina and also nursed, and that was a new venture for her, so I knew she had some business background. And they were working a day shift, and she had just the day before gone to a meeting and came back, and everybody was buzzing around talking about this awesome thing, and they were all going to go to this meeting tonight, and me and some other friends were stuck on night shift. Like, well, make sure you tell us all about it when you get back in the morning. And everybody had come back, and you could just tell for all of them it was their first exposure to this industry, but they had this new vision of what they saw in their life, in their future. And I remember, if you've ever worked shift work and you've ever worked just even 12-hour shifts, you can imagine at the end of it how you feel. And it really didn't matter what they were doing. It was, here's my credit card, sign me up. $1,000 later, no idea what I had bought. I was in the industry without even knowing it was network marketing. So that's actually 5 years ago where I was. Fast forward to today. You know, I love sharing with people the brilliance of the industry. For the first year and a half, I really didn't treat my business like a business. So if you've been a part of our company or you've been a part of the industry before and you're here on behalf of a friend doing a favor and filling the seats, I can tell you that the day I decided to treat this like a real business, it started paying like a real business. And that's when my eyes opened to really becoming a student of the industry and understanding how structures and finding great companies works. Because just like traditional business, which I love because I knew nothing about before, but anybody can be a part of this. I've learned so much about business. I now understand, just like traditional businesses, there's good ones and there's not so great ones. This industry has the same thing. And now knowing all of those pieces, when we share it with people that we know, it comes down to what you see in it. And for me, I didn't know at first. I really just wanted to get rid of some overtime shifts. I worked at least 1, maybe 2 shifts extra every pay period because they didn't tell me how expensive life was going to be when I went out and bought a house and then needed a reliable car and then wanted to keep doing all these fun things that I had planned. So I was really just looking for a way to get 24 hours of my life back every month. It was also something that as my business continued to grow, just with these little steps, 24 hours a month, which would be 2 shifts of nursing, was about $500 for me at the time. That was my original goal, and I shared that with some of my nursing colleagues, and they had that same goal, and that's just how we started, with just this vision of let's just make that happen. And over time, those goals grew to a point where I was like, wow, I could be casual nursing, but still full-time, because emergency, they phone you all the time. But I could get rid of night shifts. What if I only worked full-time day shifts? And that in itself was amazing. Putting my head down on a pillow every day, wow. And then from there, it grew into being, what if I did 3/4 time and invested a little bit more in my business? And then what if I did half time? And then it just got to a point where it made no sense to go in anymore. And as a casual, you just stop answering the phone, you say no every now and then so that they're not worried about you if you're still alive or not because you haven't been there for a long time. And the door just opened where I got to say, you know what? I'm at a position where I own my life. And that's where my passion today comes from in sharing this industry. Initially, it began with just this small, get me some time back with people I care about. And today I love helping people, no matter what your background and no matter what you see, your starting point is, there's so many of us that have grown through each of these steps of what the industry can offer. Network marketing is an industry that's been around for a really long time, and I think that I don't like to admit it, but I was someone that had a lot of stereotypes about it. And lo and behold, it's really become, I believe, and what I've seen, a real vehicle to help people make real money, especially today. Because I have nursing friends today that can no longer get full-time work, and that's a very scary economy to be in. So whether you're looking for more time, or whether you're looking for more money, or whether you're looking to be a part of an incredible community, because the people in this room are amazing, or any other little piece of something you hear today that sticks with you, you'll find that you can do and be who I believe you're destined to be because of the vehicle that's sitting right in front of you. So I guess, on behalf of the person that invited you here, welcome you to our meeting. I ask you, before we get into the details of what DynaMaXX has to offer, that if you have a guard up, just let it down for an hour and actually take in what I'm going to share with you, because if it makes sense to you, it'd be crazy to sit through this and not actually have, the details resonate with you. So, what is DynaMaXX? Who are we? Why are we here? Where did we come from? Where are we going? I was in one previous company before DynaMaXX, and it was a skincare company. Like I already told you my story, I had no idea how I got into the industry. But there's 4 things, I guess, that I've always applied to, and really even looking at my nursing career, it's how, without even knowing it, I attached myself to certain people, to certain products, to certain ways of, if you're investing your time in anything, how you're making money, and if you're going to position yourself with great people, really then where are you positioned, is the last thing that we talk about. So if you do have one of these papers and you follow along, great. If not, those are the 4 components that we believe are so important when you're looking at an opportunity. And it's kind of funny because we talk about the people first and foremost, and when you think of the industry, it's called network marketing. So what is it about? It's about your network. It's about people that have taken an interest in you, which is likely how you got here. And then over and above that, who are you going to take a personal interest in based on what you hear that you want to help? It all is about network. And that's one of the most powerful things when you align yourself with great people, what you're capable of doing, no matter any of the other pieces. And when you look at the people, you look to the person to your left and to your right, and maybe in front of you and maybe behind you. If you don't like anyone, I really can't help you with that. But you like someone that got you here. There's someone here that there's someone here that you trusted enough to come and listen. And I think that's admirable and very respectful, because now it's up to you to turn it into whatever you want. The network in Edmonton, every time we come into this room, it's amazing the feelings that we get. The sensation of just the heartbeat in this team, the people that are really truly in this room lifting other people up, which has been so completely noticeable from the moment this team started. And that's really, really attractive if you're looking for something to attach yourself to, but also if you don't have any background like me when I first started, you're going to want to be a part of this team. I promise you that, because I know who represents it. The other part of it, though, is who are the people that are not only investing time right here, but also in the team. You know, Gord came all the way from Kelowna. I don't even know how many times. He was just here last week. I swear if he had a house here, well, he kind of does.
It's the or Hilton.
You've got people that travel very far distances to support this team. Over and above that, you've got people that wish they were here. We've got leaders actually back home in Saskatchewan that have been in this room before too. Ruleen Gilroy out of Regina, she's one of my girlfriends who this company in this industry put her and her family in a brand new house, as well as a Mercedes-Benz in her driveway, and she's a teacher. You know, they've got real stories of people that want to teach this team how to do what they do. Crystal Petz, a Ruby leader out of Saskatoon. Brett Froze, a Platinum 23-year-old out of Saskatoon. I mean, there's really great people that watch and support this team as well. So it extends beyond this room. And then at the back of the room, we have in real time, real life, Gord called him our vice president. He's like an expansion expert. He's taken on so many different roles, and he's going to share with you a little bit about the company afterwards. But Glenn is our VP of Operations, who's done wonders in taking this company not just from Dallas, where it's founded, and not just up into, you know, really, I guess, Western Canada, where we're mainly operating in Canada, but opened up 28 European countries last month to really make it a global opportunity. And I know he's busy day in and day out working on more details for more to come. So he's actually here in Edmonton with us tonight. And then our two co-founders, Bill Ladwig and Jay Archer, who started this company 6.5 years ago with this vision of bringing incredible products to people that are changing lives. I mean, we've seen it. You talk to anyone that's used our products. What they've created for us is something that needs to be on everybody's counter. I actually looked the other day, I'll talk about the products in a minute, but when I think about what they've created from literally 2 products that we started with into a product line now of 7, I have them not just on my counter, but stashed everywhere in my life. That's how much I need them. They're like in my purse, like multiple purses. If you have multiple purses, you know what I mean. So like purses and cupboards, and like by computers and in consoles and vehicles, and people know that when I get into their vehicle, there's certain things that I need because of what these products do. So we're really, really grateful for what they've created for us, and how, in terms of building a business, we get to go ahead and create for ourselves and our families how we see and what we see in this. So we actually just added on to our team about a month ago. We all met him down in Las Vegas for the very first time. Taylor Kirby, who is a social media expert. He's added so many different tools into our toolbox, I guess I'll call it, because there's so many different ways now that we can share what we have. And he's done lots of trainings on Facebook. He's actually even done little mini consultations in helping people understand how to expand their business into different realms of the world. So you look at these 4 guys, you look at the person that you like, whether they're to your left or your right or in front or behind you, and that's where you start. I remember when I'd walk through the doors of the hospital, and I knew if it was going to be a good day or a bad day based on the people on that board. And that's, if it's not right with the people, it's not going to be right anywhere else. So you really do have to take that into consideration. So the next thing that you look at then is our products. And I already kind of told you how addicted to them I am. But what are they? And no, they're not addictive. I just use them every single day. And I know how good I feel when I use them. So it's very easy to want to represent them. Our products that we started with 6.5 years ago was only 2 foundation flagship products, Lights On and Lights Off. And when I first heard about what they did, I joined this company actually without ever using the products. We did like a pixie stick taste test because we were just starting and there was no way that we had enough to even use ourselves, let alone share, so we started hoarding them. Maybe that's where my problem comes from. But Lights On is your all-natural, gluten-free, non-GMO, so if that matters to you, that's what these products are. Powder that you mix with water and you drink it during the day. And from the first time I used it, there was no way I could explain it other than I just felt better. About 20 minutes later, I just felt better. I was not using, you know, I've never really been a coffee drinker, but it was hard getting through night shifts when you had to switch back and forth. And this product, over and above the focus and clarity and mental performance, all this brain power that it was designed to create, it actually also kills carbohydrate and simple sugar cravings. So now you've got a product that helps you stay level-headed, maybe emotionally stable during the day, and
Sorry, I wouldn't go that far.
and not dip into the chocolates and the chips and all those snacks that sometimes we crave. It's a great product. Everyone needs to use it. If you haven't used it yet, find someone that can get you some. Because I love it. I love sharing it. I use it every day. We just came out with a sugar-free version that's got a couple different tweaks to meet the European market, and both products are phenomenal in the marketplace. They actually undercut, if you're talking about monster drinks and Red Bulls and the coffee and the pop and anything caffeinated that fills up convenience store shelves, this product will help you eliminate all of that. It's a good for you product that's loaded with minerals and nutrients and vitamins because it's filled with plants. And you know, in cupboard space, when I look at how many supplements I used to take or people are using today, because we know we need those things, this product can replace all of that. I believe that. It's obviously up to your own personal judgment, but it's an amazing, amazing product. But what they did is they partnered it with a product called Lights Off. So if you think of, now I got something during the day, you also have a product for night. And if there's one problem that the world has, no matter where you live, where you come from, what your background is people don't sleep anymore. How many people can honestly say they have the best night's sleep every single night? And not using things like, okay, if you're on our products, then it doesn't count. But, you know, when my mom was a chronic insomniac, so 2 to 3 hours a night, that's the household I lived in. When we woke up in the morning, that was the cleanest the house ever was because she would just putter all night. She didn't sleep. And this product, it's not a sedative or a tranquilizer like your NyQuil or your ZQuil, or if you go to the hard stuff like some of us nurses use to sleep during the day. What it does is it actually just tones down that brain chatter so that you're not in a coma, wake up like a zombie and can't function. It puts you into this relaxation state so your brain gets to be quiet. You can actually fall asleep, but then you can wake up and function like a normal person. If your baby cries or your phone rings or you're on call and you've got to go to work, it's an amazing product. It's a restore and rejuvenate product. It's got detox properties to it. So what people sometimes don't realize is that when you sleep and when you get into that deep REM sleep, which is where the problem starts, because we're not getting there, your body goes to work. It's a wear and tear all day and restore and repair all night. But if you're not restoring and repairing, how are you supposed to wear and tear again and feel good about it the next day? So this 24/7 system is a phenomenal product line, day and night, so easy to use. You know, you're feeling sluggish, mix the pink powder in water, drink it, you feel good. You need to go to bed, mix the purple packet in 2 ounces of water, 20 minutes later, you'll feel good like you can go to sleep. What happened is they had all these requests. If you can imagine, 24/7, if I could get a handle on my 24/7 system, what would my life look like? Well, you might feel like doing extra things. So they had these requests start coming in from people in the field using just these 2 products, saying, I need a product for this or I need a product for that. And so now we've got a product line of 7. We're not a catalog, which I absolutely love. I can get good at 7 things. And yet each one is in their own marketplace. So when you think about athletics. How many people do you know that go to the gym or want to go to the gym this time of year? I've already got the panic requests of I don't have any before, and back in Saskatchewan the last week it's been snowing, and so people are shoveling. I got people that use it for raking leaves. I mean, it's such a versatile product, but it's an athletic product. So if you're used to, you know, doing one activity, now you can go out and do two. You'll get 50% more on whatever it is you're doing. It'll make you feel tingly and hot and burning flush feeling the first time you use it. That's normal. That's supposed to happen. But it's an amazing product. We have a super antioxidant product, which this time of year, everyone needs to be on. Your immune system needs a boost. And that's what Maximize is designed to do. I do want to talk about one, because this is where my problem comes in. I call them my happy pills. They are actually called appetite control. Most underutilized product I think that our company has, because it is a mood stabilizer. And it is something that I have not seen the sun for a week and a half. I've probably gone through 2 bottles, and it's kept my head on straight because it's a mood booster. It keeps you level-headed. It kills carbon simple sugar cravings. And it's, again, a product I think everybody needs. And when you look at these products, you ask yourself, is this something I would want to use, and is it something that I would want to share? And for me, no brainer. Who do you know that needs more sleep? Who do you know that needs more energy, clarity, focus? Who do you know that could benefit from their sanity, being a better person when they get home from work, being a better person at work? Maybe you don't want to be a better person at work. I don't know. But I've had people literally say to me that they've been told by people around them that they need to stop drinking the pink stuff because they're making everybody else look bad. So they're great. The products are based on years of research that have all come together. You'll love them. Anyone you share them with will love them. And yet the best product that we have, especially when you look at what people are looking for, I needed these products in my cupboard, no doubt. But I needed money in my bank account more. I wasn't going to take money out of my pocket to just put something in the cupboard. And that's where I believe the best product that this industry offers is an income from home, which is why you're here. You're here to hear about an opportunity. If that opportunity for you is to use great products, you've just landed the jackpot. If you're also, though, looking for a way to create what's called residual income, compensation plans in this industry are sometimes, not always, designed to do that. And this one has a residual income basis where the work and effort you put in today compounds over time with continued effort, with this build your business in your spare time. For me, if I was working 4 or 5 shifts in a row, some weeks I'd put in 5 hours. Some weeks I wouldn't be able to put in any, and then other weeks I'd put in 10 or 12. And over time, all of that evened out to be, you know, consistent efforts that grew a business that had residual income, meaning I have been on a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean because of this company and had my paycheck grow while I didn't touch my business. So if that makes sense to you, this comp plan favors your mindset, because I think that is a really sweet thing to have, right? The other thing is that you want to put your time and effort into something that will reward you for the right behaviors. And sometimes you got to look at what's your time worth. I knew how much on an hourly basis I was worth as a nurse. We all start somewhere, right? You know, based on a punching time clock wage, how much you're going to be worth when that paycheck arrives. Well, what if over time at a 65% payout, and all it took was 2 business partners, 2 people that had that $500 goal just like you to get started, someone on your left and someone on your right, you actually had the ability to write whatever paycheck you wanted. That's what happened when all of a sudden I was like, well, I don't really feel like working full-time anymore. I want to work 3/4 time, half-time, part-time. What would you give yourself if you had a magic wand and could paint whatever kind of lifestyle you wanted? Because that's what the pay plan is about. What do you want your efforts to be worth? Because if there's one thing I've learned in this industry, it's that you own your work ethic. There's a lot of other things you don't control. You know, you trust that Bill and Jay and Glenn and Taylor are giving you the tools that you need to turn this into what you want. You trust that the products, by using them and sharing them, you're an example of what they have to offer. But in a residual income pay plan, you own your work ethic, and if you plug into the right model, you can write whatever paycheck you want. So this is the part that's probably my favorite, because if you plug into a model that rewards the right behaviors, that you can build part-time or full-time, you can help people be consumers of products and help people build a business from home, you truly have found an amazing vehicle to take you across a bridge, which I know for me, I was spinning my tires as a nurse. I was getting burnt out working overtime every paycheck, and maybe I was so desperate that I considered the industry of network marketing, spent $1,000 and I was way too tired, woke up and said, oh my gosh, now I'm in business, what have I done? And everything turned out okay, because I didn't know anything at the beginning, and yet here I am with all of you here. So to close out our meeting, and the last part that we do talk about is our positioning, I actually want to welcome up to the front our VP of Operations, our expansion expert, and our face of our corporate team that's with us here on this tour, to talk about not only where DynaMaXX is today, but where it's going, and why this is an incredible vehicle for success. So welcome to the front, Glenn Oliver.
Wow, thanks, Brandy. That's a big title. I was looking around to see who that she was talking about. Who are we talking to here on Facebook? Is this Facebook Live?
Crystal and Michelle Whitaker and Heather Halverson and Fern Smith,
The
for
World
sure.
Wide Web. How's it, everybody?
Very
Good to
good.
see you from Edmonton. It's nice and warm here. You'll love it.
Thanks for that.
Did you hear the Oilers? You know, they don't even host their own website any longer. The NHL does it for them. You know why? Because they can't string 3 W's together.
Oh my gosh, you got a like for that.
I got a like for it. See if they like it on. Anyway, so like Brandy said, I work for the company, Vice President of Operations, and I've been with the company about a year. And let me back up a little bit, tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up in Lethbridge, so, you know, long ways away, where it's warm and windy. But I went down to the States to college and got a degree in finance. And, you know, thought I was going to be a financial analyst or a smart guy or make a ton of money or whatever I was going to do. And I got a job out of college working for a network marketing company. And really what happened was they said, we need somebody to help us with our Canadian shipping. Can you do it? And I'm like, I'm from Canada, I can do that. And I got the job. That's really how it was, because jobs were pretty scarce back in those days. So I got a job working for this network marketing company, and we were a little company, mom and pop operation, in 3 or 4 countries, doing a few $100,000 a month in sales. And I spent better part of 5.5 years there. And by the time I left, we'd expanded to 40 countries. We were doing about 60 million a month, and it was a lot of fun. But I had a great learning experience in the network marketing industry, operating, taking operations to new markets, expanding the opportunity, and seeing distributors like you, some of you are here, and from all over the world, that see an opportunity that wanted their own home-based business to take control of their own life. Because the years of working 40 years and getting the gold watch doesn't happen anymore, does it? It's gone. If you up on things, I think it was New York Times said that the careers change now every 3 to 5 years. If you don't update or change, it's gone because everything's moving so fast. So I've been fortunate to be in the industry, working for the last 20 years or so, 25 years, helping companies in direct sales expand their roles around the country, around the world. So I've worked in Australia, I've worked in Russia and Europe, had a chance to go all over the place and learn a lot of great things. But the common denominator is that people, whether they're in Kazakhstan or Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, they want the home-based business. They want the opportunity to take care of their own life. And like Brandy said, those that they get paid for what they work for. And they realize, once they figure this out, that network marketing pays really well, and it pays perpetually. So you know how you work for something today, if you go punch a clock and work today, you get paid that week. Here, if you build something today, you can get paid for month after month after year after year. So it's a good residual income, and people get that. And once they understand that, the concept of residual income, they build something. So I've seen people work in network marketing, join a company, work 3 to 5 years and say, I want to make $3,000 to $5,000 a month in 5 years. And by the time they work really hard for 3 to 5 years, they're making $20,000 to $30,000 to $50,000 a month. So I've seen the vehicle, how it changes people's lives, and how it helps them, get the financial freedom that they need. And when I had a chance to learn from DynaMaXX from my nephew who joined, he asked me to check out DynaMaXX and see what I thought about it. And I had not heard about DynaMaXX, and I've been in this industry a long time, and there's a little company in Texas. And so I had a chance to talk with the owners and meet them, really good guys. They built the company because they were sick and tired of the industry having a negative connotation and wanted a company with real products that did real results and paid people really well. And I thought that was really commendable. So I got a chance to talk with them. I think I was on the second phone call. They said, "Do you want to move to Texas?" And I said, "No, I don't want to move to Texas." I had a couple kids in high school. I still got one in high school now. And I just said, I can't rip a kid out of high school. And they said, "Fine, if you can run this company from Utah where you live, then you can do it." So that's what I do. So I go to Texas about every month for a week or two, and then I spend most of my time at home in Utah and run the company. But it's great to see a great company with phenomenal products. I'll talk a little bit about the products as we talk about the positioning of the company. How long do I have, an hour or two? But a company that has really good products that is universal. Brandy talked about lights off, and if anyone had this, 60% or 64% of the people in the United States have a problem sleeping. I think it's pretty common around the world, and the other 38% lie about it, right? But it's an amazing product that helps shut your mind down, and it's all natural, and it helps your body relax and rejuvenate, reset your clock, and start again. And most people don't realize how important that is, from weight loss to angriness to having, if mom's not happy, nobody's happy, right? That's how it is in our house. So I keep that handy, right? And babies, but it's a great product, and it's simple, and everybody can try it. You can try it in one night, and you find out and you get the results. And same with the lights on. You try it once, try it twice, and then you realize what you're missing when you have ingredients that your body can actually use and function with. And it's not like the stuff's rocket science. Like, I'm a real smart guy, but it's really simple ingredients, natural ingredients that helps your body work more efficiently. And our bodies are so used to getting a bunch of garbage thrown into it. Once you put something good into it, your body's like, "Whoa, what's that?" And it's really what it is. It's called the lights on effect, where your body realizes it before you actually realize it. And if you try it for 2 or 3 days, try to go off of it for 2 or 3 days. You'll notice it. And that's a great, effective product. And that's why I think just these two products alone, from my experience in the industry, these two products could be $1 billion company just with those two products if we market and sell them. And with our model of distribution and network marketing, you guys are the marketing tools. And we pay you guys 65% of every dollar that comes in goes back to our distributors. So you guys are our billboards, you guys are our marketing arm. And the compensation plan pays really fairly, really fast. You get paid every week, right? Who gets paid every week? Yeah. Is that nice? So it's good to get paid every week, and then you can create your own income and build on it from there. So the positioning of the company is 6 years old, little company. In the United States and in Canada, they've got a good foothold, and our strongest distributors are in Saskatchewan. It's a little strange. I was a general manager of a company in Canada, and we did about $2 to $3 million a month in sales just in Canada alone. And it was mainly in Vancouver area and a little bit in Ontario. But so to have Saskatchewan leading it, that's great. And that's why we're going to Saskatchewan tomorrow, right? But the positioning of the company is we've just opened up Europe. So all 28 countries, we have a distribution center in Europe that we are shipping actually products. We actually paid, we ran bonus on Monday. We paid another new person I'd never even heard of before in Europe. So they're getting paid over there. That's kind of cool. But products are moving and expanding out there, and I know there's a group starting in London and Spain, Germany. Where else did we ship to? Denmark, the Netherlands, and Sweden. Somebody bought in Sweden. So as the company gets more well known, we'll expand throughout Europe, and then from there there's whole other places to go. And Asia is always a huge market to take a company to, and we've got some plans for the future of that. But it's great having a good little company that has this good solid foundation of good owners, phenomenal products, and great people like yourselves. And the people that position themselves in a company like this at this stage to become, I don't want to say, how do you say this nicely or real appropriately, to position themselves to benefit on the growth of the company that's going to take place in the near future. That set themselves up as in positions where they can get residuals on most of the growth of the company is where they're really going to benefit. And I've seen people that make crazy amounts of money just being at the right place at the right time. And I think what we've done with DynaMaXX is, as we've come along the last few years, we've been doing a phenomenal job in sharing the story, but now we want to take it in multiple channels. The home meetings, the one-on-one growth, but we're also going to take it to the internet, through the web. We have a new DynaMaXX Go app that helps you share things throughout your social media. And we've got one of the best guys in the industry, in Taylor Kirby, to help teach and train us. He does it about every week, twice a week. He does a Facebook Live video and a training on how to take social media, how to take your business, take it to social media and actually get results from it. And we're starting to see that really take a lot. We have a lot more customers now coming into our company, just people buying it. We have a lot more people looking at us because of the social media, the exposure that we're getting. So a little bit about Taylor. I worked with Taylor 10, 12 years ago at another company, and he actually left there and started his own company, and it was an affiliate marketing company, and he did it all on social media. So you think, how would you do this? But he did this company all on social media, doing $6 to $8 million a month in sales, all on social media. And so he's made a fortune and taught people how to make $40,000, $50,000 a month with just using social media to build their business. Now, that's a good part of it, but you also have to do the belly to belly. You have to talk to people at Starbucks or Tim Hortons or whatever it may be to share your business, but there's different, it's like fishing with more than one fishing line out, right? Is that legal here in Alberta? You know, you can fish and then you throw another line out. And actually, when I go fly fishing, have you ever gone fly fishing? You put a dry fly on the top, and then about 18 inches behind you put a little nymph. And can you do that here? Can you do that? So in the States, it's kind of dirty, right? But you can pack a gun too. But I don't have it with me, so it's good. But you have a dry fly on the top, and then a nymph at the bottom, and you can catch more fish that way because when you throw your fly out there, they see the fly that goes on the surface, but oftentimes they'll go up and dart down, but they see the little nymph at the bottom and they'll hit it on the way down. This is the same thing. You have more ways to catch people, to bring them into your business as customers, and bring them in as distributors or affiliates to help grow your business. And like Randy said, you only need 2 people to help expand your business. That's all we're looking for, is 2 partners to join with you. If you can find 2 people that want a part-time business, full-time business, we're there to help them and facilitate that. And that's part of the role as a company, is we provide more tools to put into your hands so you can actually grow your own business. We're not going to do it for you, but we'll help you. We'll run with you. If you guys want to run real fast, we'll get Taylor on the phone with you, and I'll make him come up here and spend a week.
We have that. Yeah, we have that recorded.
Actually, Taylor grew up in Ontario, so he's a little strange, you know. He's watching. But you know, I think the biggest message and the takeaway is the opportunity is now. As DynaMaXX is a small company, as we take it to the next level, we have to build a foundation to help it grow. And we're starting that foundation. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a couple months. But over the next 6, 8 months to a year, you're going to see a whole different company as we double and triple in size. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm excited to be here. Great to meet. So how many people were in Vegas? Was that kind of a crazy experience?
Oh, yeah. You can't tell anything from Vegas, though.
You can't?
That stays in Vegas.
Stays in Vegas, yeah.
I saw your pictures, Bernie.
We saw those pictures on the table, Bernie. You didn't fall off the table, did you? No, but it's a lot of fun, and that's why we want to keep it light. I think everybody here is pretty down to earth. There's no rah-rah, no hype. If you get that from me, you need to slap me a little bit. But we want to emphasize, like Bill and Jay say, the company has real products with real results, and there's real people. And the real people are enjoying the benefits of it as we expand and grow this company, and that's why we want people like you here. So thanks for letting me spend a few minutes with you.
Thank you.
I'll turn the time back to Gord.
Sure.
All right.
You have this product here, Glenn, that you wanted to like do some sort of skill testing question. I don't know how we were going to give this away, but you can come up with something. But thank you for coming up here.
I lost my luggage too.
Yeah, so Glenn, we picked Glenn up from the airport at 4:30 because he had to make his claim for his luggage that went to Minneapolis, not Edmonton.
Same thing, Edmonton, Minneapolis, right? Full
Starts in the alphabet.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, E, F.
So we do have a few giveaways today, some lights off. Who's never tried lights off? Okay, really? Okay, you're gonna die.
You might want to start with half a scoop.
And then just create a line and just. Don't do that.
Can we stop the recording?
Hey, but that's not the best
I just lost
response.
my job.
Everybody's been doing that all week, so.
Lights on. Who's never tried lights on? Everybody. She's like, yeah.
Everybody loves lights on.
Right?
Okay.
What's your name?
And go through it.
Where are you from?
Edmonton.
You're wearing a Seattle shirt? That's okay. You can catch?
If you could throw.
Oh,
That's good.
She is from Edmonton.
Do we want to start with Edmonton jokes?
Be nice.
I'll leave it alone. Anybody else? Who traveled the furthest besides Brandy?
Probably Ginny.
probably Ginny.
Oh, yes.
Rimby.
What's Brandy?
Rimby's.
A restaurant down the street?
Down by Red Deer.
Down by Red Deer. Okay, you win.
Awesome.
All right, so just to wrap up, we have my favorite 3 questions that Brandy always asks at the end of a meeting is, does this make sense to you? And if this makes sense to you, do you think that, what? I'm getting coached. Do you think, like, you probably believe that Brandy can do this. She's done this for